All right, guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a great day. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. We all got planned for the weekend. I'm gonna work on the yard a little bit. Well, no, it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to have was supposed to help out with Easter activities for some kids, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's supposed to storm pretty good, I guess. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to help support the channel, just watch the video all the way through. You know, it's free of charge too. So that being said, thank you everybody, and let's jump into it. So, wow, I got a lot to talk about. Again, you know, when, you know, Dawn and Candus are on these other channels, it just seems like all they can do is argue and complain about other channels. Okay, so talk about your daughter a little bit. Just saying. But the big thing is CPS. Something hit me last night when I was laying around, and I wonder if this happened. I wonder, you know, when the Amber Alert went off, you know, everybody's phone blows up and all that stuff. So I just wonder if someone that works for CPS, if their phone blew up, maybe the person that was up there the day before, the caseworker that was up there the day before, maybe that person's phone went off. You know, they're looking at their phone going, oh God, I was just up there. And maybe that person gets on the phone with their boss at CPS. Hey, listen, I just got my phone just went off. There's an Amber Alert for this girl. Oh, listen, I was just up there yesterday. Yeah, I was just, and yeah, I think we need to talk to them. We need to talk to the police. So you'll have them meet us at the office. Okay. So then, you know, the police get a phone call, you know, and they're like, really? You was up here like the day before she went missing? And CPS is like, yes. You know, one of our representatives was up there, one of our caseworkers was up there the day before. And we've been kind of involved with them off and on. Yeah, I tell you what, hey Ronnie, you might want to have John or whoever, you might want, I've got CPS on the line. They said that they were like up here or up at this little girl's house like the day before she went missing. So we you know, someone needs to talk to them. Wonder now that could have happened. And how far into the investigation, if it did happen, how far into the investigation did it happen? You know, did police go to CPS and they sit down with CPS and said, yeah, here's everything that we've got. So there's that part of it, right? There's that part of it. Stay with me. So at this point, Dawn and Candus have no idea that the police are talking to CPS, right? So Dawn and Candus are they're not in the loop. So police take all this information maybe they questioned Dawn and Candus about some of it, you know. I wonder at first, you know, if the police questioned Dawn and Candus about any CPS visits or anything like that. Wonder if they were truthful at first, you know. And then maybe if they wasn't, maybe the police showed their hand and it's like, you know, care to explain all this? We've got like a dozen reports here where CPS has been out at your house off and on over the last 2 years. I'm just saying. I mean, what if that went down? You know what I mean? And then Dawn and Candus, you know, Dawn's probably like, well. Would you like to read this? Would you like to watch this Seventh-day Adventist video? I'm telling you guys. I mean, it sounded like that night the police were suspicious of him anyway, the way Dawn was talking. So you got that, all right? So they're already suspicious. And then you get CPS that calls you and goes, can you come down to the office? I think we need to show you a bunch of stuff. We need to talk. And the police are like, interesting. Yeah, we'll be glad to come down and see what you got. And then, you know, as they're spreading out and questioning people that know the wells, they get all this, you know, they get all these tidbits, you know, and they're, you know, I can only imagine, you know, because I guess Allie and Candus wasn't, you know, good friends at the time. So when police went to question Hunter, there's no telling what Allie and whoever else there told the police about Dawn and Candus. You talk about throwing them under the bus, and I mean, they were talking some pretty graphic stuff to JLR and Molly and all them when they was down there. So, you know, if you had CPS contact you, and you're starting to hear all this bad stuff with CPS, and then you get these people that know Dawn and Candus that are telling you some pretty bad stuff, and then the neighbor, you find out that the neighbor, you find out that the neighbor's husband supposedly was selling drugs to Dawn and Candus for children over there. You see where this is going? I mean, if I'm a cop or, you know, investigator, whoever, if I'm an investigator, if I'm John Pruitt, I'm going, damn. I'm afraid to talk to someone else. I'm afraid what I'm going to find out. Good God. First it's CPS, then these people in Kingsport tell me all this stuff, and then this lady that's the neighbor tells me this. God, I'm afraid to interview anybody else. Jeez. I mean, that's exactly how it could have went down for the cops, you know? But yeah, I don't trust anybody that was around Summer Wells that day. I do not trust anybody that was around. And we may not even know who was around Summer Wells when Candus got home, if anybody was around Summer Wells when Candus got home. Because, in my opinion, everything that happened supposedly when she got home, to me, in my opinion, is just all a big lie. But as they say, the police know and they know, and it's really nobody else's business who knows anything about the investigation except for the police and them. It's what they've come out and said, especially about the timeline. So, yeah, if you're looking to interview Dawn and Candus, probably anyone associated with, because everybody, from what I understand, everybody's lied. Just, it ain't even worth doing an interview because you're going to get lied to. You know what I mean? And, I mean, in my opinion, this is a video, guys, that you probably won't want to put, click that little star and put in your favorites and maybe come back to it once things go down later on. Yeah, do that. Hold on to this video right here that I'm doing right now. And let's see how close I get. Especially with the CPS thing, CPS contacting the police going, guys, I see an Amber Alert went out for this girl in Rogersville. We were just up there yesterday, day before. I think we need to have a talk. That could very well have happened. I bet you it did. I would bet on it. I would bet on it. So save this video, and when everything comes out, let's see if that's a part of it. Let's see if that happened, if that went down. And then, of course, everything with, Allison and Hunter and, the neighbor and her husband. I mean, can you imagine getting all this information just slowly and slowly and slowly, and you're just going, this is not helping them one bit. If you're John Pruitt, John's going, God, how bad is this going to get? I'm afraid to interview anybody else. Poor feller. Now, last thing I want to hit on. I've heard people say, well, if the police knew Dawn and Candus had something to do with it, why haven't they been arrested? Because you have to have a lot of evidence and you have to have proof, right? For an arrest. Look, for an example, look at Leilani Simon and her situation. Case in point. But, it's coming. I believe it's coming. I believe it's coming. It's just, there's so much involved here. And I think there's so many people involved. And especially, with the boys being involved. Their case bleeding over into Summers. A lot of witness statements. A lot of witness statements. So, let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. And again, we got the weekend coming up. I'm going to do some videos all the way through the weekend. So, I hope you are able to tune in. We're just getting started. It can't go on forever. You don't have a little girl go missing like that and it go on forever. So let me know what you think, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Bam!